Yeah, so that's gonna be our fade in. That's gonna be
Nah.
iconic.
There we go. All right. Welcome to. All right. Welcome to the Dumpster Fire Dialogues. I'm Tim Schindel.
I'm Mike Cheney. Welcome to the Thunderdome.
Yeah. With
It's Tuesday.
the lack of thunder.
Yeah, it's mostly rain, and it's
Yeah.
pissing me off.
Yeah.
Just because people don't know how to drive.
Yeah.
They don't know how to drive when it's dry, but when it rains, they lose their
That's
fucking
true.
minds.
All right. Got to kick the old shoes off there. Get it Mr. Rogers style on the comfy carpet.
There we go. Assume the position.
Yep. Socks out.
Never mind. Never mind. Yeah.
Nope.
Socks are on.
Yeah. Socks
Last
are on.
week they weren't. Socks
were not.
are on today.
Definitely got some Pumas
Cold
on.
and rainy.
What do you got? What type of hosiery do you have
Yeah.
on, sir?
I got a mid-calf
Yeah.
wool Cabela sock.
Ooh.
I'm a huge fan of these socks.
I've got some no-show Pumas on.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I used to do no-shows a lot as a kid.
Let's try.
That was my move.
There you go. Yeah.
And then my sensory issues took over as an adult, and I was like, I need socks up
You
to
need
here
socks up to
exactly. And I can't dip down. I used to wear the exact same thing in elementary school. I wear green cargo shorts,
Yeah.
a white T-shirt with a pocket,
Okay.
and a hat, ankle-length socks,
Yeah.
whatever shoes I had.
Okay.
That was the uniform.
That was the uniform. I
Didn't serve me very well.
didn't serve you very well. No, why not?
Just kidding. It served me great, actually. With cargo pockets, plenty of space. Had a pocket right here in case I need it. But it also covered up my man titty because, I was a thick kid.
You're
so
a thick
I was
kid.
like,
Yeah,
gotta
same.
fucking,
I'm still a chubby boy, if you will.
Hey, people like that nowadays.
Yeah, they do.
We have evidence.
I have empirical
We
evidence.
have evidence. Yeah, no, that was the fit. Did you have like a uniform as a kid? I have like a uniform now. Like I wear these pants every fucking week. Like,
I mean, I wear a uniform at work, so yes. But as like a kid, like it was just like shorts and a t-shirt.
goes here.
Like, I wasn't much of a hat person then because I had hair, so that's a factor.
Yeah.
Like, I had thick ass curly like wavy hair.
Oh, really?
So yeah, I kept it shorter when I was younger even. But yeah, I mean like I was also a thicker boy as a lad, but
It's that crazy American diet. It fucking gets you in early.
yeah, I mean,
You munch.
well, and so like as like someone who had like childhood asthma, I was definitely like I had to take the roids, not the fun kind.
Darn.
Had to
Be sick if you were like 12.
prednisone, just like,
Trend.
yeah, like
Why's
they're
your
like
neck so
you're the steroids we're prescribing for you at 12 is tren, and you're like they're like what is that? I'm
Gotta
like
take care of everything.
yeah, they're like
all your
just make sure he's
problems
hydrated or he'll die.
Yeah. Ignore the cramps.
Yeah, ignore the cramps, push through them. It won't affect you as an adult ever.
I wish.
Yeah. No, I had to take like prednisone, so like that made me chunk out even harder. So, but yeah,
I took prednisone once for something. I can't remember, but I did like
you
retaining
chunk
water
out.
and like swelled up, and I was like, "What the fuck? Like,
oh god,
what the fuck is happening?"
yeah,
I took, I think it was like a series of like antibiotics in high school for something, and like fucked my gut up so bad that I like stopped eating for a while, and I just like lost a bunch of weight.
Did you get like some skin stuff from wrestling?
Yeah, something like that.
That'll
Like,
that'll
I think
do
that's when
it.
I had impetigo on my nose,
Ooh,
and that hurt. Like I don't know, I didn't know.
Yeah.
it hurts in there. I don't know. I mean, it's a mucus membrane. Like
I've had I've had impetigo on the outside of my like on the like rim of my nose.
Yeah.
And I've had it on my skin, and like I did not know what it was, and I went to the derm, and they were like, luckily the derm that I went to was like, he's the dermatologist for a very well-known wrestling team in this area.
So he's
And
familiar.
he literally just like looked at one thing, was like, that's impetigo. He's like, I'll do a culture to make sure. He's like, but do you grapple? And I was like, yeah, I do jiu-jitsu. And he's like, there you go.
Yeah.
He's like, I see it all the time. And I was like, okay, like I trust you.
Yeah. Somebody used to like. I think it was somebody who was at the old gym. thought it was infant Tygo, like infant Tygo, because babies get it a lot.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I got infant Tygo. And I was like, what? I was like, what did you say? I was
like
impetigo.
Impetigo.
Like, oh, I thought it was infant Tygo because babies got it.
You're like, nah, baby would die.
Like babies in you.
Yeah.
Dirty motherfucker.
Yeah. Wash yourself.
That was also the same time, like, people didn't know how to take care of a gi, so they would do class on Monday,
Yeah.
throw it in their trunk till Wednesday, pop it on, in fucking,
Ew.
nice moist summer in Ohio. Come in and it's
Do your laundry.
yeah, like it
All
was
of it.
regularly.
Wash yourself.
Yeah.
It looks like we're holding some so we're trying out some new mic covers tonight, like reduce the pops and rolls when we like do stuff. And it's just mic covers with a stand to keep our hands off the mics, but it looks like we're holding some like ray gun to our face.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. Eventually we'll get stands. Right now, we don't have any, obviously.
Yeah. Makes me feel like I'm talking into an old-timey mic that they dropped down
Yeah.
from a boxing arena
Yeah.
to the middle of the
Welcome to the main event.
in this corner.
But now, yeah, that like funky ass geese and stuff. Like,
Yeah. I mean, it's
Ew.
just not really a thing anymore because it mostly got nipped in the bud, but like some people still fuck around.
I'm sure they do. That's just fucking rude.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Shit happens.
it does.
Like ringworm is so annoying because it's like doesn't hurt. You're not sick. There's just a rash that you will for sure give to everybody if you go to class. Like
Yes, that's exactly it. Yeah,
it's like other things you feel rough, like staph. You're running
Staph
an
will
infection.
fuck you up. Yeah,
Like ringworm is just gross.
yeah. It's gross, and you'll give it to everybody.
Yeah.
And they'll be gross,
And theyll be upset about it.
as they should. They
very
should be
it's
upset
very-
about it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very light STD. Like,
What do you
STD
have?
light.
I have the lowest STD.
It's fungal. It's ringworm.
Yeah. It's fungal.
It's on my
STD.
dick.
Yeah. God. You imagine?
There was a guy that
No.
thought he had ringworm on his dick,
Yeah.
and he put Lotrimin all over it, and just like dried out his dick,
Oh.
and it was eczema or something else. Like it was something.
He had
not
eczema
that-
on his wiener.
Yeah, so like just like dried out his bird.
Oh no.
And you're like, it's definitely not ringworm.
He's like, have you ever left a carrot out on a counter for like a day and it looks all white and scaly? That's what it looks like.
That's it.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But again, ringworm, it doesn't necessarily hurt, so you just look at it, you're like, oh no.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, I've had friends have it on their face. I've had it on my arm and stuff. I've never
I've had it on my arm.
anything weird, but yeah, it gets everywhere.
Yeah. You are susceptible to ringworm everywhere.
Fucking dogs get it, like, just happens. Pretty natural.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're like have a phantom case of ringworm, check an animal. Like,
Yeah, for
like,
real.
What the fuck happened? Like, how do we get ringworm in the house and you don't wrestle or do jujitsu
Yeah.
or something?
Your dog brought it into you.
Your dog probably did it. If you don't
Yes,
have a
they
dog,
did.
I don't know what the fuck's going on. You got a
Yeah.
ghost, a ringworm ghost.
What are you doing out there?
It's a dirty, dirty world.
Yes, it is.
You're a dirty birdie. We're going to a haunted hotel in Niagara.
Yes, that's what you said.
And I'm pretty hyped.
That does,
Not for any type of haunting reason,
Right.
but I like older hotels and like older things.
yeah.
I stayed in like a bunch of old East Coast houses and stuff. I'm like, these are sick, like colonial fucking houses. You can hear every single footstep.
Is there like anything that this house is like quote unquote, or the hotel is like quote unquote like known for?
That part I don't know yet. She has a list and she's
Yeah.
kind of like orchestrating that. But whatever she picks, it'll be good. Like she's been listening to like a bunch of podcasts lately of like spooky ghosts, and they're like, "Oh, go to this place. This place is haunted." Not in a crazy like you're gonna be possessed with.
Yeah, like you're gonna come back with a demon.
Yeah, it's like
a
you
Canadian demon. It's a real nice one.
Yeah. Like, he cracking jokes. Oh my,
Yeah,
he's on fire.
yeah.
But like we stayed at one haunted hotel before, and it's typically rooms. Like
there's like a room.
And
Yeah.
they're like, that's the hot room that everyone wants to stay in.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm cool with the normal room.
Yeah.
You can walk by the haunted one and be like, ooh, that's spooky.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. I'm like, new. But I am excited.
Does she like want to take Sage in there and just cleanse the room just to fuck up their money?
Just destroy them. Hey.
Just to be a complete hater, she's gonna roll in there with some Sage and cleanse the room
that'd be pretty
and
fun.
be like, hey, I took care of that for you.
You're like a you're like a
send
witch
him a
hater.
bill. Like, you should comp me.
You're like a witch hater. You go to places that are haunted. You're like, I hate capitalism and ghosts.
Yeah.
Like,
Playing on these
everybody.
people. Yeah. Post a video about how you cleanse the room. Everybody's like, I'm not going in there anymore. Like, what the fuck, man? Worst hotel ever. No
the owner
ghost.
kills you because he's so pissed that your ghost haunts and he just recycles.
Yeah, just recycles. That's what it is. It's
That's
just a murder mystery in the making.
That'd be a good short film, like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Just rinse and repeat.
You just go to haunted Airbnbs with Sage
You're like,
and a
never mind.
Sage and a priest, and just holy water and Sage,
Like,
and they're
sorry,
like,
now you just have an Airbnb. not
yeah,
a
you're
haunted.
like, it's no longer haunted, and they're like, but that's the selling point. And you're like, sorry, man, your location sucks. Like,
Yeah, it's like, I don't know what to tell you.
yeah,
This is a piece of shit.
yeah, like this is no longer cool anymore. You're welcome.
Yeah. This ghost was a dickhead.
Yeah, guy was a real dick. In fact, I think you made it up.
You don't wait. I tried to cleanse it.
Yeah.
Didn't get anything.
No cleansing.
You're a liar.
Yeah, took the Ouija board in there. It said no ghost.
Someone at noon class was like, I have a Ouija board you can take up to Niagara. And I was like, no.
No.
Fuck
Hey,
you.
hey.
It's like, why do you have it? Get rid of it.
Yeah. It said Marilyn Monroe was there. We obviously know she's not there. She's in California where she lost her head. All right? Calm down. Calm down.
The Ouija board is just like, show me your feet.
Yeah.
F-E-E-T. Oh.
Oh, no.
No, not this one, too.
God. Yeah.
Even the ghost
Even the ghost,
from beyond. Damn.
it knew. I watched the show.
That's the algorithm, actually. It's just any like Russian bot or like weird bot, anything. It's just a ghost with a burner account. Just being like, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. Look at them feet.
Nice.
Them feet. What do you got? What's your sock? What socks you got on today?
That can't be a new thing, you know?
What, feet obsession?
Yeah. So like,
Yeah. I don't know.
back in the day. Again, we're
Well,
going back to
Okay, so yeah, we're not a history podcast
No,
by any
no.
means. This is more like shit talking and being
Speculation.
funny. Yeah,
speculative history.
this is not like, do not take anything we say as fact or valid. This is just literally two assholes saying shit.
Yeah, I can barely read.
But that's not true. But see, even that not true.
Nothing is true.
Yeah, nothing is true. This is all a fantasy. But you think about them like show an ankle. Did nobody ever said like, which side of the ankle are we going for here? Do you want to see some heel? Like,
I
what
think
if they
so.
were like,
I think the inner
oh,
ankle-
oh God, oh yeah,
I
like
think the inner ankle is nice, you know, if you're like,
Yeah, like
had to
right
see
here?
that. Yeah, yeah.
Like-
If you never saw an inner ankle and you saw a lady's inner
yeah,
ankle,
and
you're
you were like, you were like,
Whoa.
to put it in the modern parlance, I'm all bricked up over that
Yeah,
inner ankle. Is
yeah.
that what somebody's
See?
gonna get all bricked up?
I might get some weird text messages after something like that.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, they may want to come by your house.
They might get
in a muscle car,
They
but
might get you.
yeah, they might
You gotta say no.
get you.
You got
They
to tell
might.
them no.
They're like, I need to see that inner ankle.
You got.
I'm all bricked up over that inner ankle.
There's that Key and Peele sketch where they're, I forget kind of the premise of it. But they're like in a gym.
Yeah.
And they're like two like just I can't remember if they're trying to be like Middle Eastern dudes or like Indian dudes or
Yeah.
something. But they're like, oh, look at that foot nut. Like, look
Yeah.
at that ankle. Look at that ankle meat.
Yeah,
And it's probably the funniest sketch they did. But
it. Maybe our audience can help us figure out the conundrum of the feet. But yeah, like you think about it, like people were going after like some ankle.
But I mean, back then too, you had like boots up to your fucking knee.
Yeah.
Leather, fucking different things. You know.
You were really basing it on the face.
Yeah.
That's about it. Hands, face.
For sure.
And they were all pressed in with like girdles, and they had like bustles.
I can't even imagine.
Can you imagine like you like get under like yet again? We're talking about lots of clothes. Like we're going like we're taking it out of the French area where you're shitting in halls.
Yeah.
And we're like putting it into the area where like this has progressed into the Victorian era, and they're wearing like metal apparatuses to make them look like they have a butt.
Yeah.
But just do some squats.
So that time period, yes. Maybe you have an undercooked lunch, something.
Yeah, right.
People didn't know food temperatures. You're like, pork when it's undercooked will make you
Right.
sick. Like,
Yeah.
you get wicked diarrhea with a metal girdle on.
Oh no.
You had to shit the
like
dress.
the bustle.
Yeah. Like,
You think
that's
you just
the
like shit
bridesmaids.
through the girdle?
It's a bridesmaid situation. They're like, oh
Yeah.
no, and they just like,
They like go down in the middle of the dirt road, and they're like clang,
yeah, and you're like, oh no.
and they're like. You imagine like some dude's like, I knew that bitch had a girdle, a bustle on. That thing ain't real.
That might be a great hack, actually.
Isn't that like old timey Cardassians?
Yeah.
Like instead of it injecting it in their body, they just have like a metal weight hanging off their butt.
Yeah.
Like
To make it robust.
yeah, they're like, look at that rear end.
Well, now it's just a Brazilian butt lift. That's
Right, yeah.
today's.
Yeah, that's today's bustle or whatever. Like, what if that? Can you imagine like they're pressed in and then they put a metal weight hanging off their ass, so they're literally just like their spine had to be so fucked up.
Yeah, can you imagine the back problems you get from that?
Yeah, and then they're throwing high heels on,
They
so they're
probably
like
had,
pushing their ankles and knees forward.
They probably had like scoliosis or some shit. to
Probably
begin
just had
with.
scoliosis. They probably developed scoliosis. Probably wasn't even genetic.
Yeah.
They were just like, here's scoliosis,
so
you can
nutritionally
look
deficient.
hot. Yeah.
Because they had all the gruel. They just had
Yeah,
gruel.
the gruel. Yeah, throwing
Episode one.
it back to episode 1, hitting them
Get
with
the
the gruel.
gruel.
Yeah,
You get the gruel.
yeah,
Have a rough day. Again.
yeah. Strap yourself into a fucking dress where you can't breathe. Throw a metal weight off your ass, and walk around and eat.
And be like elegant, you know?
Yeah,
And,
like-
and like make it work.
Yeah, I think that's where like women should be seen and not heard came from, because they were so air deprived they couldn't talk.
I feel like if they talk, they'd pass out.
Yeah, they're
it's
like Mary's got a spell of the fainting.
I've
No,
had
her
some, like,
her
tight
girdle's
chest
too tight.
muscles
Yeah,
and stuff, and I'm like, I feel like passing out just talking.
yeah, God.
I can't imagine being like yoinked into a fucking thing. You're like, it's like
Well,
what's her face in Pirates of the Caribbean? She
yeah,
faints.
yeah. She faints with a fucking
corset.
girdle. Yeah, the corset. Yeah, and that's like, I think about that now. Like, there are women who put on like corsets so tight that they like literally rearrange their physiology.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, you're probably just fine. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Corsets are strange.
yes,
I dated someone prior, many years ago,
yes.
who would wear corsets like very casually
Okay.
and like cool,
Right. Yeah.
Like-
all right. Cool.
but it'd be like a t-shirt and a corset. And I'm like,
Like a t-shirt over a corset, or like a t-shirt with a corset over it.
that. So I'm like, so it's like for style. I'm like, you're just looking like a modern day like vampire or something. Like you're just like, I'm getting like mixed signals here.
Yeah. Do you
Like,
want to
if
hang
you-
out, or you want to bite my neck? Like, I'm confused.
You need to wear sleeves that are like past your pinky, that are frilly.
Yeah,
Like,
like-
you need to wear some spooky clothes.
Like some
that
puffy
you're-
shirts.
Not an Ohio State shirt, and then a corset.
Yeah.
Odd vibe.
That's awkward.
Yeah.
I've met and like hung out with people that like just had a corset on. Okay, that makes sense. Like, you're there to push your boobs out and look attractive and like all that stuff, not put a t-shirt on under it and then
Yeah.
like smash everything together.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you just trying to like squish your kidneys? Like,
Yeah, like-
it just hurts.
Like, is your spine weak there, and you need like, is it like a back brace
Get a
more than
little
anything?
fucking
Yeah,
yoink.
like what's going on?
You need to adjust it.
That is awkward.
Yeah, it was odd, but that's why I'm not marrying her.
You're like, nope.
Yeah. Wasn't just that. That was one
Obviously.
There's corsets and regular shit and just every day-to-day use. There's other stuff. There's other stuff too.
I imagine that there was other stuff. Some red flags, if you will.
Yeah.
Yes.
You could say that. That was my red flag era, though.
Oh, is it?
Oh, yeah.
Did you have an era?
Oh, yeah. It was like the girl that like photographs herself with like blood capsules coming out of her mouth and like, you know, the shaved head, and then does other stuff like gnarly. But like I was like
shaves her head, like the needles, like hot crazy scale. Like what are we talking here? Like still touching? No, yes, no.
That particular one escalated. It was like a fucking what is it? When the plane goes like tactical takeoff.
Yeah, like F-14, it hit.
Yeah. Like, just like immediately, but again, it was just more of a my timeline thing,
right?
You know, it was just an era.
I gotcha.
Era. Taylor Swift. One of the eras. I don't know. I'm learning.
Yeah, your bride to be will educate you. Yeah.
But that was my rumors era, perhaps, whatever. But that was whichever one with the snake and then everything's dark. That was that one.
You know what's funny is I saw that concert, not live. I mean, it was going on live when I have also present.
Seen it. Yeah.
But that massive like 2-story snake was pretty wild.
Yeah.
The stage in and of itself was interesting.
Yeah.
I'll give it to the old T Swift. The production value of her concert is wild.
She's a shit.
Yeah.
For sure. Like undeniably.
Yeah.
I like a couple songs. She's not like my go-to cup of tea, but I like some things. But she's also just a fucking monster. So like
yeah.
She does the thing. And
what
she
is
pays, from what I've heard, she pays people and takes care of people. She's not like a true monster. She's a monster in the terms of being like a go-getter and all that shit.
Yeah.
But she like seems to take care
She's
of
ambitious.
People. Yeah.
I mean, she made what, like $1 billion, something crazy like that?
Yeah.
From one of her tours.
Yeah. So it's like, if you can work really hard, produce something that makes that much money, and you take care of people, who gives a fuck if you fly private jets everywhere? Like,
yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah,
bunch of dorks, but
yeah, people are like, oh, it pollutes the environment. Like as you type on a computer
she's
and
giving
a phone that Chinese slaves made that was fucking mined with African cobalt with little kids. So why don't you shut the fuck up?
She's like employing people and like helps people and like actually does good stuff.
Right, exactly.
From what I understand, I don't know her personally.
No, but like also like get the fuck over it. Like like the other thing too is like I do enjoy some of her music. I will say Ryan Adams remade 1989 in his style, and that's sick.
Cool.
It's a sick cover album.
Yeah, that's sick.
And they talked about it, and
she's a gnarly lyricist. Like
she's great.
Creates
I do like
stuff.
One of her albums, Red. I enjoy a lot of that album. It's a good album.
Yeah.
Got some soulful country ish type music on it.
My wife, my cousin, my sister, and my niece now love Taylor Swift, so I'm inoculated or indoctrinated, whichever.
Yeah, you're
I'm not inoculated to it.
You're inoculated.
I wish.
If you were you wish. I wish I'd never heard it. I wish I'd never been there.
Just wake up. Taylor Swift was never there.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I bet if I met her, I'd be like, I'd be like the same thing everyone else. Like, oh my God, Taylor.
Brooke's just there like, hi. And you're like, she's like, I'm the fan. And you're like, oh.
I'll be like, my corset's too tight.
Yeah, just pass out.
I'm like, Taylor, help me.
Undo the corset.
Help me.
Brooke's like, he's being dramatic.
I'm like, do you have any money?
Yeah. She's like, you got a 20? Like,
you want to sponsor my podcast?
2-foot centric. 2-foot centric.
Yeah. She's like, I'd like to, but I can't.
I can't. I don't do the foot genre. Sorry.
Yeah. It's not with my image.
I'm all bricked up, but you ain't the stop I'm making.
That's brazen. Like any, I don't know. Just. We've talked. We have.
Yes.
I haven't been in like a traditional job in.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
you know, quite a few years, but like going back to a point where you're like in a job, like a coworker or somebody says some insane shit to you.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
Yeah.
Like one, that's very common, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, it can be.
And people don't really do a whole lot of shit about it, especially if it's men. Which is
Also true.
Just
yeah.
a different story. I don't know enough to talk about it, but
so let me ask you, like being in like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I know you work hard. Like you, like what you do is considered like non-traditional. Like,
yeah.
But you teach like fundamentally like all day, and you teach like around the country, like, and sometimes like virtually, internationally, like all that stuff. Have you run into like an inappropriate situation like in that setting with obviously like you don't need to give out too much detail, but like
no, like I really haven't. I can't even like think of anything that like no one's like slid into my DMs or like,
right
thanks for the role.
Yeah.
Like,
and you're like
I'm like, oh,
no. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything personally. Yeah, no.
That's
which
good.
is crazy, actually.
Yeah,
like,
which is crazy. Yeah.
Wise, like nothing.
Well, and like especially like when you combine like the like arguably like the intimate like nature of like jiu-jitsu and like the physicality, like some of these people may like touch somebody at the gym more than they may touch their own family. Mm-hmm. I don't mean that like in like a weird way. Like it just may be that way.
Yeah,
like
it's just a fact.
Yeah, like you like people like develop like strong bonds with other people inside the gym because of like the nature of like physical contact. Like it's a very like intimate like sport.
Well, like
so like
people that I know that I can go up to and be like,
right.
come here, motherfucker.
Like, motherfucker, yeah.
I'll
like,
come here and squeeze the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Like, turn around and start fighting me. Like, it's fun. Like, and but that's like a relationship developed over like 10, 15 years. Like,
yeah, right. Like
people I don't know do that shit to me. I'm like, get the fuck off me.
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
I'll
Yeah.
bite your neck. Like,
I don't know you.
I don't know you like that.
Yeah.
But like anyone I know who can handle a nice fucking, I'm gonna get him. I'm not gonna like go to my wedding like squish up an uncle, you know?
Yeah.
Sup, motherfucker? Like,
Weak ass bitch.
what's up,
yeah.
bitch?
Yeah.
That time he tripped me.
Yeah. Remember that time when I was 3 and you put some fucking bullshit on me?
Game time.
I will fuck you up.
Merry Christmas.
Old man. Yeah. That is pretty impressive that you haven't had like an issue with that.
That's just because I'm weird as fuck too. Like I don't. Like, I'm not Rico Suave in any way. I'm like
right.
I'm just like, sup, dudes, I'm here to grapple.
So you've never had anybody be like,
bye.
You never had any predatory individuals be like, I'm gonna take advantage of that young autistic man over there.
No. There's people who are like it's like animals coming around a campfire.
Right, yeah.
They get out of there.
Yeah.
They're like,
what's the light over there? And they're like,
you don't want to come over here. Like, believe me. So, yeah, I don't know. Just nothing ever to the extent of things that I know. Like,
yeah.
To other people. Luckily, like.
That's good.
Yeah. I'm grateful for it.
Yeah, no shit. Like,
it's not something I'm interested in dealing
with
on a regular basis at all. But yeah, it does happen.
It does. Absolutely. There's some bold individuals out there.
And that's my point. Is like people you work with, train with, or like in like intimate. Again, like you said, intimate, not in like the traditional sense of the word, but like touching people, fucking exerting, whatever.
Yeah.
And I've seen it happen, and like I have other anecdotal evidence of it.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Plenty. But no, like, yeah. I just kick my shit onto the fire, and I'm like, get out of here.
Get on.
No. Get out of here.
Yeah.
But no, I've never had that issue.
That's good.
Not that I'm looking to have it.
No. Yeah. Not looking to have it.
But
we don't need anybody.
I do think like my brand of autism
bricked up, pulling up to your house.
I don't need anybody talking to me.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Nobody.
Yeah. But hearing it from other people is kind of funny.
It is pretty
depending
funny
on the context,
a lot of the time.
depending on
yeah.
everything. Can be hilarious.
Oh no. Man down.
Twisted Tea. It's Twisted Tuesday.
It is Twisted Tuesday.
I thought of something hilarious before when I was watching that. Fuck. It was actually, it's Jurassic Park.
Okay.
But Arctic.
Oh yeah, you did tell me about
I was telling
this.
you about this morning.
Yeah.
Genetically modified critters. They use animatronics in the movie, which I like.
Right.
I feel like there's a blend between animatronics and, I keep saying CGI because I got used to saying CGI from Craig Jones' Invitational and not saying CGI. But I feel like you can blend it. There's a blend somewhere. Like we hit this mark somewhere in like 2012 where it's like, whoa. And then everyone got fucking bananas on computers and just let animatronics go by the wayside.
Well, and here's why. Graphics and computers are cheaper.
Yeah.
It's a cost savings.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Like,
an
building a
animatronic
robot
suit is expensive.
They are. Animatronic anything is like super expensive. Like, it's hard to, it's less reliable because you can't like control it as much as you can like a 3D graphic.
Yeah.
Especially like in the more like modern era of like 3D graphics. So that's one of the reasons. Like,
that's cool.
It is like
save money.
Well, I mean, you think about like a production, like people are spending millions of dollars, like even on like B movies, and if they have to like build a robot, they're not going to do it.
Yeah. Do you think with like the robotic market turning more commercial that like you could see some like got a Bigfoot robot motherfucker running around, or like
I think they'll just do a fucking animation. They'll tell ChatGPT to be like, make me a Bigfoot animation, and it'll literally just put it in a movie.
Yeah.
Like, either that or it'll put some dude in like a modified gorilla suit.
Yeah. That'd be sick. Mech suit, fucking jump in that thing in your Bigfoot. That'd be cool. That'd be sick.
But yeah, like either doing like the OG way of like putting somebody in a suit, or like you just animate it.
It's like Predator and all those movies. Like they had the fucking massive dude that was Predator.
Yeah, they had like a big like animatronic dude. Like,
yeah, if you can get a big actor and you can get like good CGI, and maybe some animatronics, like you mix it.
Yeah, I mean,
or
that's
get some alien technology.
I think that's one of the things that like Star Wars in particular was good at. They did a lot of miniatures, but they also did a lot of animatronics. They did puppets, and those first three movies had the mix of that. And once they became popular, like they were able to spend more money. But then you go to like, let's say the prequels, and they spent, so Industrial Light and Magic was a George Lucas thing, and he was really interested in the idea of making he wanted the prequels to actually be fully animated.
Really?
Yeah, he didn't want any real life characters, but the studio pushed back on him and said that there had to be like realistic like movies, like there had to be some realism. So he used computer graphic images like where he could, like with the stormtroopers, with Yoda, with all that stuff, instead of it being a puppet. And it, I don't know, like it's not terrible. Like it was like one of the first like big budget movies where like it wasn't awful. But like you look at those and they're groundbreaking.
Yeah.
And back in the day, like people hated them. like they were popular, but they were also like hated. Now you look at them and you're like, those are sweet. Because you look at what Disney made and you're like, that's way better. Like,
You're like,
and Disney's like, we just shit out from our butt. We got J.J. Abrams to fuck it up for us.
Mickey
Thanks,
Mouse is up
guys.
there, it's like, oh, fucking Star Wars.
Make me some money, Star Wars, bitch. Like, oh, Luke Skywalker, you better get on this dick. Oh,
Yeah. No, that's true.
Steamboat Willie my nuts. Use the Force. Make me come. Yeah. How dare you sully the beloved Mickey Mouse? I think my favorite portrayal of Mickey Mouse is from South Park, where he's like an evil, demonic villain.
Fucks up the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the most accurate, so.
Mickey Mouse is Aiden. I say this as like one of my family members is down at Disney right now in like one of their internship programs. Don't kill her.
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mouse. The mouse will get you. The mouse is powerful.
Yeah. Mouse is powerful.
The mouse is powerful. Mouse knows stuff. But getting married in a matter of hours.
Hours? You mean
Yeah.
days?
I mean,
It's like 5 days, homie. You're fine.
yeah, it's a lot.
It's 5. It's 5. You
I'm
worried
not.
about it?
No,
No?
not really.
Shouldn't be. It'll be
No.
all right.
I'm not. It's just a matter of getting all the things together so we can do the thing. Like, do everything properly.
It's just like anything else. You got to get in there and fuck everything up and then figure it out.
Yeah. And that's like really, I'm like really good at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like Brooke isn't. So I'm like,
Well, yeah,
fine,
there's got to
we'll
be a
get there.
plan.
And I know, and she's phenomenal with that.
Yeah.
And I'm really good at like ground,
Just
boots on the ground.
Getting
like,
there
let's
and
fucking go.
figuring it out. Yeah.
So like that's why we make a really good team.
Yeah.
But the interesting aspect of it will be like getting all the vendors in at the proper times and doing all the things and telling everyone to shut the fuck up at the right time. Like, we have a DJ orchestrating most of that,
Nice.
but I imagine I'll have some mic time. So
Nice.
my podcast experience will get to show.
Yes. Not just here, but
Yeah.
coffee regular.
Everywhere.
Yeah. What are, like, when you think about it, like, what are your concerns with being married?
Nothing. I don't really have
Nothing.
like concerns
That's good.
about being married.
What's good advice you've gotten?
Someone told me to spend time together that morning prior to the wedding and like make some sort of, not like promise, but idea to like stay together as much as you can and like
Yeah.
be in the moment and not like, one, blackout drunk, two, so busy around
Don't do
doing
that.
shit
It was dumb.
that you're so
I wasn't
busy.
blacked out. I was drunk on my wedding day.
Yeah. I'm trying my best not to do that.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, I don't want to at all. But then I say that. And that's where they sneak up on you.
Well,
but
the
no.
problem is, like, you may have, not me, I'll be taking pictures.
Yeah.
So you may have people be like, bro, we got to do this. And you'd be like, not right now. Like,
That's
later.
my problem. My
Yeah.
impulse control. I'd be like, you're
Yeah.
fucking out here.
Yeah,
Like, I
bro.
haven't
We got to
seen you in 5 years.
Yeah,
fool.
woo.
That's,
Yeah.
That'll be my issue. But my solution to some of it is just like, we're all here. It's a
Yep.
big fucking thing. Like, it'll be a big
So,
thing.
something that I will do for you as the photographer, I would run interference.
Hell yeah.
I'll be
Good
like,
move.
hey, not right now.
Yeah. The DJ was like, give us a password for requests.
I
Some
don't even
fucker.
need that.
Yeah, I know.
Rachel and I will just be like, not right now. Not right now.
Split in.
Not
I'll
right
give you
now.
the.
Nope. I'll just be
be
like,
like,
not right now. I'll be like, hey, he loves
outta
you. Go
here.
the fuck away. You know he loves you. Go the fuck away.
Get outta
He
here.
doesn't need to do that right now. He just needs time. Like,
His sensory issues are kicking in. Get away.
yeah.
I see his eyes rolling back.
Yeah.
Which is another thing. I'm like, the music,
Yeah.
me being semi in charge of the event. I'm like, Oh fuck! And that's the other thing where I don't want to like adrenaline blackout and alcohol blackout.
Has your dad given you any advice?
I mean, over 32 years, not like
Well, I
in the
know that,
past,
but I mean, like,
not in the past like 6 months or anything.
so my dad hit me with some stuff like right before we got married. And my dad is not like verbose by any means. So one of the things my dad told me before we got married, and he's been married for over 50 years now. Good, bad, like hard times, poor times,
Good times, all the
yeah,
stuff.
all the things.
Respect.
He's been there for it. They got married when they were 19, and before we got married, he just looked at me and said, "Here's the most important thing I can tell you. Choose to love who you married every day, because it is a choice. It's not a burden. It's not anything like that. It's a choice.
Yeah.
Like, make the effort, wake up every day and go, I love that person. I'm going to do this for them." That, and then something that we discovered through being married. Been married now for like 12 years, so I'm no expert by any means.
Yes, but you're under your belt.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
But there are people out there who,
My
farther away.
parents are like 47
Right.
years.
Yeah. And the other one that I tell everybody who's about to get married or is married newly, don't have unspoken expectations of each other.
What's an example of that? Like,
you get home, the dishes aren't unloaded, and you're like, "Bitch, I thought you would fucking do that."
yeah.
No. Ask her, "Can you help me with this?"
Yeah. Yeah.
I like normally, if that's something you normally do and you're going to be tired, be like, "Hey, can you take care of this for me?"
Mm-hmm.
If she says no, just be prepared to be like, "Okay."
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, or I want to do this thing, and this is really important to me. And then you fucking stuff it down deep inside and don't talk about it. That's fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Find a productive way to say, "Hey, this is important to me. Like, I want to do this. And like, how can we do this without like imploding like finances, life, like stuff like that?"
Yeah.
Make a plan together. Don't have those moments where you're like, "This is what I fucking really wanted." Like, no. Yeah, like, like, no, like,
Building
that's
quiet resentment. Like,
yes, that's where quiet resentment. That's where like truly, like, you want to talk about like a nuclear bomb in a marriage, unspoken expectations.
Yeah.
Unspoken, unrealized, like, even if it's the fucking stupidest thing,
It's still a thing.
it's still a thing.
Yeah.
And it's the same for her. Like,
Well,
she'll
now,
come to you
like-
with some shit and you'll be like, "What are you talking about? I didn't know about this."
Yeah.
And she's like grabbing you by the throat and you're like, 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 "I didn't know. You didn't tell me." She's like, "I fucking told you."
Yeah.
And you're like, "No, you didn't." Like,
Well, yeah, and like recently, like we've had not like breakthrough, but I'm just like, you got to tell me when you need this stuff, and I know it's not easy, like, because like she will not ask for help, like,
and that's so. It's not an expectation sometimes. Sometimes I mean, that is though. Like, she wants your help, but she won't tell you, right?
yeah. So
Yeah.
and even then, like I'll start helping in weird ways that I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Am
I
I
don't know what
helping?
to do? Dishes?
Yeah. Dishes, laundry.
Yeah. I'm
Just,
like, but
just don't
then-
kill me. Like,
No,
yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
like,
and then we get to the point where we're talking more and like, okay,
Right.
like this is what's actually going on. So yeah, communication solves a lot of shit.
it does.
Like,
Like,
sometimes you gotta go through that period where you're like, I don't know, should I just fucking like, nah, I'm gonna talk about it. Like,
yeah, no, talk about it. Like, even if it's like the most awkward thing, bring it up. Even if she starts to cry, bring it up. And I'm not saying like, "I fucking hate your guts." Like, that's not what I'm talking about. Like,
it's like, but
like, there's gonna be there's gonna
Oh,
be
yeah.
discomfort.
I mean, we've been together for 7 years now. Like,
Right.
we've done some stuff. Like,
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not saying, and I'm not saying like being married like is this big. Like, you've already been through some of the hard shit.
yeah.
Like, you've already like lived
Got
together.
through
Like,
COVID together.
yes, exactly. It was a weird time, trust me.
It was
Like,
weird.
but yeah, like that.
Very strange.
choose to love the person you married, no matter what. And don't have unspoken expectations of your partner. Like, just talk about it. Like, it's not a marriage advice podcast. This is just
It's good though.
bad experience.
Clip it.
Yeah, clip that shit. Tell me I'm retarded. Bro said the R word.
And that's what'll go fucking viral. Just being like, well, fucking. And then somebody be like, motherfucker.
Actually, in my armchair quarterback position.
You're like, I've never been married, but
Yeah, they're
I'll
like,
tell you some
I'm an
advice about
incel,
marriage.
and I've never even touched a woman.
I only
Thanks, bro. Yeah.
I only buy feet pics off the internet and
Yeah.
exploit athletes for things.
Yeah.
Which is, again, a very brazen, bold move. Like,
Yeah.
and Instagram is like a weird tool that's very often misused. But if like, it can hit something,
Yeah. Yeah,
strike a
exactly.
deal. You know?
Yeah.
It's just a way to I can talk to people that never imagined I could like maybe get in touch with, you know,
Yeah.
like Instagram message, like some fucking comedian or some shit, be like, hey bro, fucking, like, you know, like, hell yeah, dude, like,
Yeah.
it's only like there's no, like, back in the day, like, if you liked fucking whomever, like Frank Sinatra, you're
Right.
gonna tweet at him, like,
Yeah. You had to send him a fucking letter.
and then back then he might send you one back, but
Probably a
there's
form
an
letter, though.
in-between,
Yeah.
in between, you know, where people lost touch.
Yeah, they're like, my mom got a letter to Frank, and his personal assistant delivered it to him. Yeah, okay, cool.
It smelled like his cologne.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I don't really have concerns. Like, I'm not.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm just excited to do the thing.
You will have fun. Yeah, it's time.
It's kind of like spend a couple years just doing this. And you can, and you're soaring, you know?
Yeah.
Like, marriage is a huge part of that.
Mm-hmm. It will be one of the hardest things you've ever done, but also the most rewarding.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Can't state where I'm at even currently now. Still feel that way. Still think that way.
Yeah.
Hard, but working at it was like that relationship, building that, and like having a life together. I mean, this podcast right now is possible because of that relationship.
Yeah.
Like with my wife. Like funnily enough, like it's truly like a part of like what's even going on here right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like
She lets me come over on Tuesdays and
Yeah.
Twisted Teas in the basement.
Yeah.
Play
Yeah,
with the
like
dogs.
this is our studio is in a basement. Like
Can't tell fucking professional, but,
yeah.
you know.
Like maybe in the OG episodes, like the first two. But I mean, literally, the second episode is us tearing down parts of the basement and like making it like better. So if you watch back that far, yes,
If you're a true fan.
yes,
But yeah, no, I absolutely agree. It's like investment, like you're investing it. I mean, but I made investments when I was like young.
Mm-hmm.
And like I understood, or I don't want to say like I understood the long game or some shit.
Yeah.
But I was like, I know things take longer than I think they do, or anyone thinks they do.
Yeah.
So I was willing to like grind. Now I'm a mediocre black belt, so but I learned a lot of lessons. So
Yeah, no, like
those
we
lessons.
kind of talked about that, like even today, like we were talking about like that progression of like life, like you've invested in something that's hard. I'm like,
it's not my first hard rodeo.
no, yeah, like it is truly is like sticking with something, like that choice, like choosing to love that person, like choosing to love the thing you've done for a long time, like still like you still do it, like you're not just like, man, I don't want to do that. Like, no, you're like dedicated to like coaching and teaching and like expanding like that, like push of like what you're doing. Like that's hard.
Yeah, and like kind of like you said, you're choosing it. Like
Yeah, you're choosing it.
absolutely choosing it.
Yeah, you're
like-
choosing to love that person, that thing, and like it benefits and like pays out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like there's kind of like you're putting into it like what you get, like, and then like things come out of it. Like, yeah, like it is kind of true. Like there is a reward to putting effort into those things.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. There's so many, deep things that go into like relationships, but time, effort, all those things compound.
Oh yeah.
Turn into something else
Mm-hmm.
in a good way. Like something that's like you're actually building something.
Yeah.
And not just like, yeah, another day.
Yeah. It's very true.
So, yeah. I'm in it for the long game, It all takes a long time.
It does.
Black belt, podcast, jiu-jitsu, all of it. Marriage, the long game.
And with that, we're out. Have fun. Fight people.
Be safe.
See ya.